What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video, I'm just going to straight up answer a question. Where's the best places to see grizzly bears in the United States? Not that you guys would necessarily want to, a lot of people are perfectly happy never running into a bear, but on the chance that you guys actually do want to see bears in general in the US, where can you guys see them? Well, I can knock out two of the three straight away. Black bears are literally everywhere. I could show you guys a map maybe one day I will. If this video gets like, we'll say 10 likes, I'll go ahead and do that. That being said, polar bears, you pretty much got to go to Alaska if you want to be in a US state to see them. But, it kind of is what it is there. So we're going to primarily focus on grizzly bears in this video. And before we do that, though, guys, please remember to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, follow me on all my social medias, which are going to come up at the end of this video, as well as turn on that notification bell so you never miss a video from me. And drop comments down below if you guys ever seen a grizzly bear. Do you have any fun grizzly stories? I would personally like to know. And let's get into this article. Before we get into this article, though, guys, like I always like to say, I don't know the rest of these articles. I just use them to pass along information. This particular article comes from travelexperiencelive.com. Please go over there and show them some love. 5 best national parks to see grizzly bears in the United States. Yellowstone National Park, Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. A wildlife paradise in the heart of North America, wildlife watching in Yellowstone National Park is unparalleled. This huge park, the first national park in the world, is the best place to see megafauna in the U.S. Home to huge numbers of resident and migratory birds, as well as the largest concentration of mammals anywhere in the lower 48. Yellowstone is a wildlife viewer's dream. The park's famous for its predator-prey relationships between large mammals in national parks. These include 8 ungulate species. The Greater Yellowstone ecosystem is arguably the most important refuge of grizzly bears in the contiguous United States, a region home to vast undeveloped wilderness areas and plenty of food sources. The Yellowstone National Park grizzly bear population consists of approximately 150 individual grizzlies in the Greater Yellowstone ecosystem, which encompasses both Wyoming National Parks, Yellowstone, and Grand Teton. The total number of grizzly bears is estimated to be around 700. Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. Located just south and connected to Yellowstone by the scenic John D. Rockefeller Memorial Parkway, Grand Teton National Park is also part of the Greater Yellowstone ecosystem. You'll find basically the same animals in Grand Teton as Yellowstone, including moose, elk, American bison, black bears, and grizzly bears. The towering mountains, wide and fertile valleys, patches of woodland, and shimmering lakes are premier bear habitat, and many popular hiking trails in Grand Teton National Park run right through it. This means you'll have a good chance of seeing a grizzly bear in this spectacular park. Grizzly bears migrate in and out of the park lines all the time, so there's no official number of grizzlies in Grand Teton National Park. There's always a few of them around, though. Glacier National Park in Montana. Together with its Canadian neighbor, Waterton Lakes National Park, Glacier National Park makes up the UNESCO World Heritage listed Glacier Waterton Lakes International Peace Park. Holy crap, that was a long name. It's all great information, but it was a very long name. Both parks are home to a healthy, sizable population of grizzly bears, as well as numerous other animals. Glacier National Park's crown of the continent's mountain range, deep glacier-carved valleys, expanses alpine meadows, forest, waterfalls, and rivers from the perfect grizzly bear biome. It is not uncommon to see bears, both black and grizzly bears, while hiking on one of Glacier's spectacular trails, or even when driving the magnificent Going to the Sun Road. While Glacier has had its share of issues with grizzly bears, most notably the infamous Night of the Grizzlies, which forever changed national parks' wildlife policies all over America, incidents are actually very rare now. DNA sampling studies in the crown of the continent ecosystem, which encompasses both Glacier and Waterton national parks, have put the number of grizzly bears in the region at around 300. So this indicates that the number of Glacier National Park grizzly bears could be up to 200 at any time. This high number of grizzlies, combined with the park's accessibility, is why Glacier National Parks is one of the best national parks to see grizzly bears in the U.S. Katmai National Park, Alaska. I'm not getting names right again, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, that's a lot of grizzly bears. One of the most famous bear viewing locations in the world, southern Alaska's Katmai National Park is home to huge concentrations of these ursine giants. Accessible only by boat or aircraft, the park's home to no fewer than 2,200 brown bears, which makes for some of the world's highest seasonal brown bear densities. As I explained above, those bears in Katamai National Park are brown bears, not grizzlies. During the sockeye salmon runs of July and September, a large number of brown bears congregate along the Brooks River. This is the prime brown bear viewing season in Katmai, with Brooks camping being in the base camp of bear watchers. This is basically the only place in that is accessible to the average visitor. It is reachable by small float plane from numerous villages and towns in the region, including Anchorage, Homer, King Salmon, and Kodiak. In July, you'll find dozens of brown bears at photogenic brook falls, while in September, most bears are at the mouth of the Brooks River. It is important to note that these bear gatherings coincide with the July and September salmon runs. There are very few bears at Brooks Camp in June or August, so plan your visit accordingly. Interestingly, even though there's a huge Katami National Park brown bear population, there are essentially no black bears in the park. In the entire history of the park, there's been just one verified black bear sighting. I mean, I wonder why. The grizzlies are probably scaring them all out, or the brown bears are taking them all out, or at least keeping them all at bay. Also, by the way, these people in this photo, they may look like they're safe. They really ain't safe. If a bear wanted to, they could up that thing. I mean, the bottom might be made of metal, so maybe they're safer than they look, but I wouldn't question that. Denali National Park in Alaska. One of the top parks for wildlife viewing in Alaska, Denali National Park was established in 1917 specifically to protect the Alaska Range wildlife. Both black bears and grizzly bears live in the park, but unlike many other parks, you're more likely to see a grizzly than a black bear. The Denali Park Road is the only road through the park, so unless you're backpacking, that's where you'll be doing your grizzly bear watching. Note that the park road is closed to private vehicles beyond mile 14. The rest is accessible with the convenient hop-on hop-off Denali Park transit business. Grizzlies can be found all over Denali National Park, from its valleys and riverbanks to the higher slopes of mountain passes. Additionally, since the Denali National Park grizzly bears aren't focused on salmon runs, you can see them anytime. The park road is open, that's usually from early June through mid-September. This abundance and distribution of bears is why Denali National Park is one of the best national parks to see grizzly bears in America. In addition to the 5 feature parks above, which are the best national parks to see grizzly bears, there are several other national parks with grizzly bears in the U.S. Only one of them, however, is in the lower 48. The North Cascades grizzly bear population consists of only a few individuals, which are basically never seen by casual visitors. All other parks are in Alaska and either offer only sporadic brown or grizzly bear sightings or are quite difficult to go to for the average traveler. And there's a list of what the parks are, guys. I'm not gonna just go through the names. And there you guys have it. My advice to you, if you want to see grizzlies or brown bears, go to Alaska, because if not, if you're in the lower 48, you've pretty much got like 2 places, Yellowstone or the last one they mentioned. Sorry, I'm spacing on the name at the moment. That being said, though, guys, please let me know. Have y'all ever seen a grizzly bear in the wild? I would really like to know. Do you guys have any cool stories that you could drop in the comments down below? And all that being said, guys, please remember to hit that like, comment, subscribe, turn on that noti bell, as well as drop those comments and follow me on my social medias, which are going to come up next. So I will see you guys in the next video.